What's good? It's the man, the myth, the legend, Rome, aka Jerome Baker. I'm here with Form 216. About to answer some questions. What's something you want to own but probably never will? I want to own a crazy, like, 60 floor building downtown Cleveland. I don't know. I just feel like that's just a flex with my name on it, like right when you walk in. Um, yeah, that's just something I always want to have. What's the worst date you ever been on and why? The worst date I ever been on and why? One time I went out of town with a shorty. You feel me? It was we were a few dates in. I don't think I should be saying this for real. But we went out of town, you feel me, out the country, yeah, she basically just you know how you just meet somebody, you just instantly know, like, yeah, you ain't the one. That's really what it was. Why she wasn't the one, she just did some weird stuff. How she treated people, what she was wearing, what she packed. Um, Just put it like this, what it looked like was she packed for a trip, and then she came on my trip. So, like, she packed, wore the clothes, and then came on my trip and tried to, like, wear the clothes again. So, that was probably my worst date. What's your favorite line from any movie? Easy, simple. Hold on, let me go and act. See, niggas like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle. I be feeling like one of them ball players, you know? Bird, Magic. See, a nigga got dough. A nigga can lead a league. Fans still gonna love me, man. Paid in Full. Easy. That's my favorite show of all time. Or movie, all time. If you could create a law, what would it be? Don't judge me, all right? Let's not judge. Let's not judge. This is the moment we're not gonna judge. But if y'all ever seen Purge, you know what I mean? Like, just hear me out. I just feel like that would be a cool day. You know what I mean? If we all just one day purge, I'm not saying I do anything. If you know, I probably, but besides the point, I feel like that would just be a great day of just like, let's get it all out. May the best man or woman win. What's the joke someone said about you that was actually funny? This is actually crazy because growing up, I was always made fun of. My head was bigger than my body majority of my life. You know what I mean? Um, I had crooked teeth. I wore glasses. I had acne crazy. I was just built weird. Like, I grew up in parts of my body and my body didn't catch up. But yeah, and then one day, I don't remember who said it, but if you know Spy Kids and you know the little thumb, somebody said I look like the thumb. I wasn't even mad because it was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was hilarious. To this day, like, that's the one joke I'm always remember. You call me a little thumb from Spy Kids. It's crazy. How have you felt about your parents growing up and out? Yeah, growing up, I was smacked. You know what I mean? Like, I was terrible. My head was bigger than my body, and then my neck got huge and my body didn't catch up. I had glasses, braces, acne. I had older parents, so they wasn't, buying me none of the hip stuff. I ain't buy my first Jordan until I was in the league, I think. But yeah, now, I mean, we'll find out, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, I ain't gotta say it, you know. If you could be the best in the world at something, what would it be? Okay, I got two. I would love to be the best robber ever. You know what I mean? Like, if I could just be the best bank robber ever, because Den of Thieves, I love that movie. I ain't gonna lie. I love it. What I love about it is, like, you know I'm about to steal from you, and you still can't do it. I ain't no thief though. But the political answer, I would want to be the best linebacker in the world. Describe your first real job. It's funny you said that. I only had one job in my life. You know what I mean? I was blessed. My first job was playing for the National Football League. Still got it to this day. My pension is in. I'm winning. Doing what I need to do when I gotta do it. You know what I mean? Everybody eating. You know what I mean? We good out here. Shout out to National Football League. First team that gave me my job was Miami. You feel me? Now it don't matter who was in between that. Now I'm with Cleveland, Browns. Holla at me, talk to me. But yeah, I only had one job. That was it. Play football. Who taught you how to drive and why? Crazy story, right? My dad got this habit of, like, teaching all the kids in the family how to drive, regardless of the age. Let's start there. So my first time driving, I never forget it. I wasn't even big enough to touch the pedals yet. I was like 7 or 8. My dad used to take me to East Tech, 55th, go in the parking lot. I sit on his lap and I drive around the parking lot. That's how I learned how to drive. As I got older, he'll let me get in the seat. I whip it a little bit. And that turned into, all right, go around the block. That turned into take the car to practice. Um, and then I finally got to high school. So. So if you did it, if you just remember what I just said, I've been driving since I was like 7 or 8. I've been driving by myself before I was even a freshman in high school. And now I get driven around. My God, this thing is funny. All right, okay. Who's your best friend and what's your relationship like? I think we all know my best friend is Rory. Shout out Rory. Rory G. G Rory. You feel me? We have like this brother, sister, boss, coworker type relationship. Like she's my best friend, but she's also my assistant. So as you can tell, sometimes we, you know what I mean? Like we bump heads a lot, but it's always a good time. We always crack jokes, have fun with each other. It's the best. But she always gets stuff done. And most of the time she know what I'm thinking before I even think it myself. So we kind of just it's dope. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that's pretty much it. How have your views on love changed over time? First of all, love is an emotion. All right. Let's not forget that. It's chemicals in your body. It's an emotion. It ain't nothing more. But it changed when you meet somebody because you ain't trying to hear that it's just an emotion and da da da. But love is it's a cool thing, You can get love from a lot of different people. You can give love to a lot of different people. But the best love to get is just true love, you know what I mean? Like you're not looking for nothing coming back. You just giving it, receiving it, whatever it is, it's just genuine love. So shout out love. What was the wildest party you ever attended? Now we all know. Now, if you don't know, now you about to know that my parties are amazing. Amazing. No Diddy, all right? Diddy, nothing like Diddy party. Nothing like that. But wildest party I ever attended is probably the one I threw for Halloween, I think like 2 years ago. So my first party I threw on Halloween was in Miami. I invited hella people. Hella people came, so I wasn't anticipating, you feel me, all those people. But my second party, I'm like, I know it's gonna jump and I'm gonna prepare for this. So what I did was I didn't invite nobody for it. I kind of just told people like, oh, I'm having a party, but I never really invited people. And I think that was the most fun part. I didn't know who was coming. Like I didn't really know who exactly was coming. If you came to the party last year, you was already on the list. But for the most part, I didn't know who came. And yeah, it was kind of like if you heard about it, you heard about it. You know, you know. If not, you didn't. But long story short, the party was just epic. From the moment you walk in to the moment you leave, I thought of it all. You pull up, you get your little wristband. Ooh, is you single in a relationship? Complicated, you know, ETF, all that. I had all that. Signed a little waiver. You know what I mean? Gotta have NDAs around here. Easy. Going through. Yeah. So it was like you gotta walk around the house to get to the actual party. So what I did was I put a maze on the side of the house. So you walking through like a scary maze. It's Halloween. It scared everybody. It was crazy. Everybody thinking they just walking through this tunnel the whole time. They getting scared. Ooh, things jumping out. Ooh, 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 clowns and huh. And me, I feel like it's my party, so I'm gonna do what I want to do. So I told him like, you could touch him, like scare him a little bit, jump at him, whatever. Long story short, you get to the party. I had a dance floor. I had all the carnival games, free food, open bar. It was an epic party. Just check it out right here. That's where you put in a little edit clip of my party. Right, check it out. Like I said, the best party you can think of. But I think what made it cool was like it was some celebrities that I didn't know I knew, or I didn't know that knew me. They pulled up. We having a good time, getting everybody drunk. Ooh, ooh, ooh. As the night go on, mind you, I had to travel to a different country to play. I think we was playing like Germany that game. So I had to go to Germany the next day. So all my teammates, we drunk, everybody lit, having a good time. Ooh, ooh. It get to a certain part of the party. I'm walking, like I'm in like party mode, but I'm also in like, I don't want to mess up this house mode. You feel me? All I see is niggas just jumping over my head. Like they're jumping from the roof onto the pool. I'm so lit. I forget that, oh, this is my party. I'm like, oh shit, I'm lit. I'm having a da da da. Ooh, ooh. Then it start hitting me like, oh shit, niggas can get hurt. Like, it'd be my fault. So I did what any person would reasonably do. go up there and do it myself. Duh. I went up there and I jumped too. Like, if I get hurt, we all gonna get hurt. Fuck it, let's do it. But long story short, I'm always the Joker. You feel me? Costume contest, I win every year. I don't know who's the judge, but I win every year. Wink. But yeah, so this particular year, I had green hair. Like, with everyone, he had all green hair. I painted my hair, my dreads, all that. I'm getting toe up, toe up, toe up. I look up, the sun is coming up. I realize, like, oh, I gotta get to work. I didn't read the can about the hair. Long story short, it wasn't coming out that day. It wasn't coming out the next few days. So I went to work with green hair. And I mean, all my teammates was like, "Oh shit, cool party, ooh, you funny as hell, still got the green hair." And I'm traveling into Germany. The next day I had to travel to Germany with green hair, and it was just an epic party, bro. Like, it was one of them parties that you should have been there. You feel me? You should have been there. Have you ever had a disagreement with your neighbor? Crazy story. All right, so I just moved into a spot a couple months ago, right? So the spot I live in, there's like people that rent, which is most of the building, and then there's a few people that actually bought their apartment. I bought my apartment, you feel me? So I'm young, turn, you feel me, and do what I do. I had people over. This one day, I had people over. My neighbors complained to the HOA, so whatever. Next day, I get a note on my door about noise complaint. I'm reading it, and then it hit me like at the end, it was like, your fine is $100. And that's where they messed up at. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna start some trouble. So the next, I think it was the next weekend or the next day, whatever it was, I had more people over. This time, I knew I was getting in trouble because I had a spare $100 still. I had a spare $100, so we gonna get in trouble. But this is what made me like, look, man, I went out, had people come over. We get off the elevator. My neighbor gonna peep her head out. You feel me? We just gonna call her Karen. You know what I mean? She peep out like, you're not supposed to have more than 2 people every bedroom you have in your apartment. I'm like, what you mean? She like, yeah, on your lease, you only supposed to have 2 people per bedroom. So if you got 2 bedrooms, you only supposed to have 4 people in your apartment. I'm like, word. Mind you, I'm drunk and I'm a little not agitated, but I'm drunk. You feel me? So I'm like, word, like, okay, cool. Like, but I don't have a lease. But she just kept going like, everybody got a lease, da 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 da. I'm like, oh yeah, I bought this spot. She was Saudi, basically. Saudi. Then she tried to say something else like, well, the HOA, we're gonna fine you, this and that and that. And I'm like, I know, it's $100. Do you want me to give it to you? Or you gonna, like, how are we gonna do this? Do you want me to give it to you or da da da? She thought I was joking. I'm like, I really got $100. I can give it to you. You ain't gotta tell them. I can just give it to you. She's getting more mad. And she was like, well, I just think, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. We just got here. I ain't even get to turn up yet. I ain't even get to do the noise complaint yet. So at the end, she is doing all this, trying to tell me, like, I bought the spot. Ooh. So I stopped and I was like, Jerome Baker. Or I was like, Jerome. She was like, what? I'm like, Jerome Baker. I'm like, when you go down there and tell them who was doing all this noise, tell them it was me. She was hot. She slammed the door. And I just walked back into the party, got everybody lit, and it was just a fun night. Like, I don't know what else you want me to tell you. Like, I don't care. I got hella stories about neighbors. Mind you, none of my neighbors like me other than my people in Miami. Like, they know we cool. But everybody else, they don't like me. Honestly, I don't care. How good are you at lying? Okay, y'all don't know who's in this room. You feel me? I can't say I'm good at lying. You know what I mean? But let's just say, if I say the sky is blue, you better go out there and look yourself, all right? Because I will convince you to, hey, all I'm saying is I'm not good at lying, but if I gotta lie, I'm a lie, but I don't lie that much. You feel me? To certain people. I don't lie to people that I love and you feel me? But if I gotta lie, I'm a lie. Another crazy story about lying. My friends like to lie. I'm gonna just say my friends like to lie. I don't really like to lie that much, but my friends do. One particular day, me and my homie were in the airport. This is when I was playing out west with another team. We ain't gonna say that name, but I'm playing out with another team. Ooh, we just getting familiar. He came out with me. Da, da, da. We had to take a shuttle to the rental spot. This lady on the bus, we're just being friendly, a little flirtatious, but we're mostly being friendly. And she was like, why are you here? Mind you, if you ever been out west to Seattle, you know that it ain't many, black people. You feel me? Like it ain't many. So when the bus driver was black and she saw, young black people, we started talking. Ooh, she asked us, what are we out there for? Before I even got my words out, my homie just started lying on top. Just start lying. He was like, we doctors, we just got accepted to this program. He get the line so good. I'm sitting there like, well, damn. I guess so. Until she said, oh, my daughter is she was either assistant or somewhere she knew everybody there. I was just like, yeah, she caught you now. But he just kept going with the lie, kept going, kept going. We got off the bus and I'm like, why you lie? He was just like, I don't know. I just felt like lying today. But man, I'm not good at lying, but you know, other people are. Did you ever flunk a class? I probably shouldn't tell this story, but I don't care. My senior year in high school, mind you, I was never good at school. I didn't like school, but you need to go to school. But I wasn't good at school. You feel me? Like I just wasn't good at school. And I went to a school, they gave us a laptop. So a lot of our work was online and you can do and say if my homie, we can be having the same project and we can help each other. You feel me? Say if we had the same class and we got the same work and just today he did his work and today I didn't do my work, he can help me with, the homework. Simple. So we help each other. Now, remember I said homies. So now just imagine all boys. I went to all boys. So just imagine you having, let's just say 20 homies. Now you got 20 days where you ain't got to do work. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like I'm just painting the picture, just painting the picture. So yeah, I did that my whole high school career. Like that's how we got to school. We helped each other. It was a brotherhood. It was a brotherhood. You feel me? So senior year, I was going to Ohio State. You feel me? Like I was ready to go to state. But my grade, my GPA was, decent, but it wasn't where it needed to be to go to Ohio State. So like my SAT or ACT, whatever this shit was, it was a scale. So if I had like a high ACT, I can have a low GPA. So if I had a high GPA, I ain't need a high SAT or ACT, whatever the test was at the time. But I got a high ACT. My grades was low, not too low, wasn't failing, but wasn't succeeding. I'm right in the middle. The below middle, at the bottom middle. Um, yeah, the smart dude. I ain't gonna say his name because I see him today. I don't know how it would feel, but great dude. He was like valedictorian, smart as hell. He did all his work, whatever. Mind you, he helped me for 4 years. So my senior year is the last test. I'm not even gonna say my teacher name because if I see her, I might cuss her. I don't know. But long story short, we had a final, do the study guide, you take the final. Senior year, she like, if you do the study guide, you can use it against your final. Being me, I did what any person should do. I did that study guide. Like I highlighted it. I did everything. Like it was the best study guide you can imagine. My homie, he asked me, Mr. Valedictorian, let's call him there. I don't know if he actually won, but he was smart like that. But he asked me like, yo, can you send me the study guide? Like, I don't want to do it. I got you, bro. Like, I got you. Send it to him. Easy, no hesitation. Well, when you help them, when you help your, classmates, they're supposed to like change up the words. Like I said, he did all his work, so he wasn't familiar with that. My mistake, whatever you want to call it. Long story short, he ain't changed nothing but his name. The teacher, she realized it. She basically said like, she was just basically saying like, I can't really believe you. You know what I mean? Like this dude is valedictorian. This dude is not. I think you cheated off of him, but long story short, she ended up giving us both a 0. Well, my 0 turned my C into like a damn near DF. His 0 turned his A plus into like an A. Now I gotta take the final. Mind you, I didn't do none of the work. I don't know the whatever. Gotta take the final without a study guide. You can imagine I ain't do so well, but he did, which is even crazy. Long story short, I couldn't go to school. Couldn't go to state. But some people higher above her got involved and let's just say they gave me some extra credit around here, you know what I mean? And look at me, with those state did what I need to do. What advice would you give to someone young coming up in Cleveland right now? Very simple. Be yourself. Stay in your lane. If it's technology, do technology. It don't matter if it's lame or not. Cleveland, one of them cities, if you just do what you do and you do it well, and you get any type of attention outside of Cleveland or whatever, they gonna follow you. They gonna think you the cool. But the moment you try to be something that you're not, we gonna pick up on it very fast, and then you're gonna be corny for the rest of your life. And we don't want that. So be yourself, whatever that field may be. Do what you need to do. But yeah, it's simple, man. Be yourself. Cleveland is Cleveland. Us against the world. We got your back. If you be yourself. Shout out Forum 216, man. This is Romy Wrong, the man, the myth, the legend, aka Jerome Baker. Peace.